Hi fans, thanks for calling the Dreaded Heroes Report. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Mentioned this last week that WWE signed current California indie wrestler Willie Mack to a developmental deal, but word is now he's on their radar but hadn't undergone any medical testing, so you can't be signed yet. Not till that's done. And WWE, of course, is over in the UK, and they're selling a lot of limited edition t-shirts for, of all things, Diva Paige, the champion, on their current international tour. But it was noted on Twitter this morning that the O2 Arena announced that it was sold out of Bad News Barrett t-shirts for tonight's Raw. But Barrett himself said that more t-shirts are being unpacked for Showtime tonight. Never thought his t-shirt would sell out. I don't know. But anyway, WWE stock, it jumped just a bit right before today's Business Outlook conference that Vince did, called, when it began, but now it's down about 4%. Trading is around $10.84 a share. I could buy two myself, and I might. Hulk Hogan and Stephanie McMahon acted as guest editors at the Daily Mirror in the UK today, and Stephanie teased on Twitter that tomorrow's paper will have a special theme to it. Probably how to invest stocks properly. Anyway, Vince, when he was giving his little spiel to the investors, he said that they were disappointed in the NBC Universal deal, but when you add up all of their TV deals, they almost doubled, and it's not what they wanted, though. So they got to manipulate some numbers there to make it look kind of better than what he projected the last quarter. Anyway, Vince said the core business in terms of attendance and ratings are doing just fine, and he said WWE is still blazing trails, and they're confident that their new business model will pay off in the future. And I say, as long as your rent's not due today, you're all right. George Barrios is up next on the call, and he talks about money that WWE invested in the network, which has already been covered. And he talks about how they spent $75 million on the creation of the network, $40 million on staffing and the content for the network. He talks about TV rights and fees, negotiations, and things like that. He also explains that the network business model says they believe that they can bring in more revenue than they were through pay-per-views once the network hits 2.5 million subscribers. So, if you listen to when I say something about the ratings and the viewership is usually around 4 to maybe 5 million. So that's telling me they're expecting half every other one that watches TV, Raw and SmackDown and things, and the pay-per-views and whatever, to forget about it. Not really forget about it, but go over that they're going to be buying. I don't think they're going to get 50% of everybody who watches wrestling to order the network. A lot of people can't afford that, but even though it's only $10, but I don't think they're going to hit 2.5 for a long time unless they somehow double their viewership. I don't know how they can do that either, but they're going to try. Don't blame them. Anyway, they wouldn't give it out the current network subscriber count, but said those numbers are going to be revealed each quarter. Now, when they do that, we'll find out whether it's going up or down, and their stock is going to do the same identical thing. They were asked if the holiday season is going to be a good time, that they're going to be looking to add a lot of subscribers, and Barrios said he sees every waking minute as a good time to add subscribers. We ain't going to wait for the holiday. All right, a report from the UK. Rob Van Dam may have hurt his shoulder on Sunday, on Wednesday's live event in Glasgow. But he's worked every event on the tour, since then, and appears to be fine. He might be in a little bit of pain. But Brian Alverson of F4W Online notes that it was suggested by someone, by him, within WWE that perhaps the company is planning on doing a storyline similar to the Nation of Domination. This isn't confirmed plan or anything, but I don't think they'll use the same name, I wouldn't think. But it was mentioned by someone in WWE that they were talking about having Rusev had wins over Xavier Woods, R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, and now apparently feuding with Big E. All are black. My God, Lana's not, isn't he? Phew. So we'll find out whether they're going to end up teaming up together in a big force and go at it like a Nation of Domination did. F4W Online reports also Daniel Bryan's appearance on tonight's Raw is going to be expected to be a taped interview, as opposed to him being there in person, which they're overseas. Can't fly on a plane after an operation, I don't think. Anyway, we're going around. WWE said nothing official on that yet, but another big name that likely won't be there is Vince McMahon, as he will be at the WWE headquarters to address the stockholder meeting like this morning and maybe tomorrow morning. It's called spinning. They got a spin doctor, like old Obama. He's got spin doctors. I don't have. I got a doctor, no spinning. I hope he don't spin anything about me. But anyway, meanwhile, Daniel Bryan tweeted the following about tonight's Total Divas episode. He said, "Stuck in bed. I finally get a chance to watch Total Divas at 9. Interesting to see how Brie behaves herself at a bachelorette party." And tonight's Raw is going to be taking place at the O2 Arena in London around... I guess they're probably doing it around this afternoon. It could be going on now, as far as I know, because of the time difference. No matches have been announced for tonight's show, but we're going to find out what happens to Daniel Bryan and his world heavyweight title. Bryan is expected, like I say, to be by satellite or possibly taped. WWE's focusing on these points for tonight's is the other shoe about to drop on the Shield. Will Big E be caught off guard again by Rusev? What's next between John Cena and Bray Wyatt? I hope it's going to be a good match. So far, anyway. Will this be the week Adam Rose goes at it with Jack Swagger? And will Daniel Bryan's tie and what's going to happen to his title reign? It's going to continue or stop? They may give him a deadline. They may just say, okay, hey, you got to defend it every 30 days. You got 30 days from whenever, and he's got the option. And he keeps it for the... I wouldn't think you could take it away from him without, the 30 days going by. Never know. WWE signed top West Coast independent wrestler Willie. I was telling you about that, Willie Mack. Anyway, Mack is best known for his pro wrestling Gorilla and championship wrestling from Hollywood. Mack was offered a deal after he participated in a tryout earlier in the year. He expected to go to Training Performance Center in July and be signed if he could pass the medical. Happy birthday to WCW Tag Team Champion Dick Slater, 63. Pardon me. And WCW Cruiserweight Champion Psychosis, 43. And this would have been the birthday of the first WWE Hall of Famer, Andre the Giant. Would have been 68 years old, and legendary heel Carl Van Hess would have been 95. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.